Good morning there, folks. So, we're here, but in the back waters of River Murray, and today, we're going to be fishing for carp, and we're in a competition. So, basically, I got some new carp gears here, but I might well explain some of the gears a bit better, but another time. Then we need to get our lines out very soon as possible. So yeah. But I still got this platform here, and so hopefully that should be a pretty good fun. Yeah. Whoa, looks like something's on there. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was real close. But just missed him. So I gotta rebait that up. But I'm thinking about changing this hook length anyway to a fluorocarbon. But at least I know this works well. But probably better if I have fluorocarbon. So I'll go turn this camera off and get back to you guys shortly. Alright, so now I got the lead core leader here, like roughly about 3 foot, because this is a bit snaggy. And not only that, because that actually sinks and lays on the bottom faster. So, and this is a helicopter rig, so that's what a lot of carp anglers were using, since these seem to be the best carp rigs in the world. And this is a weed coat hook link. Was supposed to be good for real weedy or snaggy areas. So, however, that looks a bit weedy and a bit snaggy, so that's why I got this on, to see how that goes. Otherwise, I can change to a different sort of hook link, like just weedy green braided hook link, or just fluorocarbon. So, and also this is a wide gap hook, which is almost straight, but not a circle hook. I'm not sure if I put this on the video right. And this is a Rodney rig. Would possibly be one of the best hook rigs that you can use for carp. And I probably will explain some details of that a bit later, and the rest of it probably another time, whenever I can get around to it. And a pop-up pulley, but I still got some fresh bait on, just to make it more interesting, especially for carp. So I gotta put this and somewhere that where the carp might be hanging out. Just gotta flick it out, might be a bit better. And this is a carp fishing rod, by the way, but I got it from Temu, and yeah, apparently it actually works pretty well. And so is this reel, but that is a bait runner, size 6000, and 15 or 16 pounds fluorocarbon. So, and that is spotted green. So, what makes them more camouflaging for carp. So, just gotta work out where to put it first. Right. So, I did saw the carp yesterday, just about there. But I might put it out just between there. So, might go put it about there. Not where I wanted to go, but I think that will do. Just gotta open the barrel arm up and put the rod in the holder, so I'm not lifting that ledge core up the bottom too much. And also get the lining but steady. Alright, now that should be good. And put these on as well for a better sensitivity. And turn it on. And you can have them as a night light. Those LEDs there, but if you're fishing at night, you can't have them on any time, because then you know which is on and which is off. And that is a switch there. So if you switch it on the other side, the LED light is off, but that thing it works. And if you switch it to the middle, it's off. But I might need it that way, so I'll be much better off. And it won't show very much of power. So anyway, I need to get my second rod out and see if I, well, first I gotta think about where to put it first, and then work something out. Alright, so now I changed it to a fluorocarbon. So I put a bit of putty on that knot part there, but I did a looper knot for the swivel there, for improving self-hooking hopefully. But I put a slightly smaller hook on, like size 8, because I don't think there is anything that's more like much bigger than 10 pounds. So I might go to put it back out to about there again. Alright, that's a bit better casting. Oh, got your camera just falling off. Alright, put that on. I don't want to get it too tight, or otherwise the lead core will just lift up off the bottom. Perhaps I can put the free spool on. Just allow them to run a bit, because I don't think around here it's too bad. So I'll put this back on. Okay, so here he is. Now this is back on. So now this is back on. And I might go to do the same thing with this one. And I might have a better chance of catching one. Alright, looks like there's something on the line. Oh, I gotta pick that up. Yup, it's moving. I missed him. Just right on the last couple. Whoa. That one's almost about to come off. Oh, damn. Looks like I might have to change that. Pull that one off. And just hook it on just like that. And these are super soft plastic, so they're the ones that you can just put it on to your hooker itself without using one of the loops, screws, or something like that. Alright, so here we go. So I knew that fish will come back, but I need to get this one a bit better. So hopefully now it won't come off. Okay, just pull it back out when I can. No time to lose. And I gotta put this back in my tackle bag, because we don't want to leave a mess here. Oh, here we go, just be careful. Okay, that should be good. Okay, just wind it in. I forgot to turn it off. Okay. Just put a bit more line here, so it's not lifting the lead core up the bottom too much. Alright, now this is all set. So now I've got to get back to that ride. Right, now I got it rigged up, but still keep it to the same way as I go, but with putty on the knot of a loop knot. So hopefully that will help to improve self-hooking. So where am I going to cast it to? I'm probably going to cast it over there. Oh, whoops. Oh, forgot to open the barrel arm. Alright, so here we go. Alright, that should be good. And it could be a bit snaggy, but hopefully it's not too bad. Put in the holder. Oop. I turned it off. Otherwise, it might get a bit annoying. Don't want the line too tight, because otherwise it could easily lift up the ledge core off the bottom, and we can't have that. And now I've got to put that clip back on. Can put that on as well. Here we go. So now this is all set, and hopefully that should catch us a carp. So we're going to leave this for maybe about half an hour, roughly, and to see how this will percent. Otherwise, I can change the pop-up pulleys to a bit smaller one, but different. I think I might gonna change it to a corn scent, but still the same ones. Super soft pop-up, which should be the most popular, which comes to carp fishing. And a fresh sweet corns will also be the top bait for carps as well. So yeah, we will think about it for now. And again, leave it for roughly half an hour, and we'll see how we go from there. Looks like we're on the ball. Got him. Alright, we can back off the drag a bit, because I don't really think this is as big, so, but we never know. Otherwise, we could just use a lighter sinker. But I want to let him go towards the snag, because otherwise he will get me done. I'll see if I can get him over. Well, here we go. I've got to get my gaff because we're going to keep him anyway, and that will go into the count during the competition, which is Gawler Angling Club, by the way, which is a bit closer to the Barossa, which is where I live. So where can I actually going to use the gaff? All right. Okay, I think he shows he's done for now. Oh, actually, we can just beat him. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. So that actually does pay off pretty well. And so, and yeah, I still got the B top of the helicopter rig, but it looks like it's gone to in the tip of the rod. So I'm going to fix that a bit later. Perhaps now. Alright, here we go. Might need to put this right somewhere safe, because otherwise I won't be able to do some work on the carp easily. Can reel that in, and it looks like it has gone down a bit deeper, but that one's not too bad. Oh, he shook off. Oh well, that is all what I'm using, and it looks like it's about size 6 here again, which I'm hoping it'll be plenty big enough for the large carps, if there is any still hanging around here. So I'm going to leave that down. Pick this guy up. Whoa. Oh God, settle down. There's no time to lose, mate. We can't put you guys back in the water yet, unless there is a zombie politics going on. Then yes, we can. But for now, we can't. Yeah, it's really funny that, but it can be true though. Because I'm actually been preparing for a zombie apocalypse though, so I'm preparing for whatever the future that might hold. Because you never know what the future is holding. So if we do have, I mean, if the zombie politics ever happens, then yeah, then we can do everything we can to save some food. However, carp would be pretty good eating, but it does have 4 bones, but not a lot of the meat of it, but probably about between 50 50 or 60%. Oh, looks like something's on there. Here we go. Okay. Ah, damn. Missed him again. Just missed him though. Just as I'm in the middle of talking. Well, there you go. That's what I get for talking too much. Ah, well. At least then, now I know they love those pop-up pollies, and they're just the right size for them to fit it in their mouths. But I will go to do some of that carp in a minute or two, because I need to get on my lines out. Well, before I do that, I might put this somewhere safe, then get a quick measure and perhaps photo. And this is also the measuring mat I got from Temu. So, and this is a camouflage sort of colour, but it's a really good colour. And you can get them in 2 different sizes as you need or want as well. Like 10 or 20 centimeter wide. But the length, it'll be the same as this one. But I got about 30 centimeter because I'll be far better off. So that way, I know the fish will be looked after if I want to return it back to the water. However, with carps, you can't return it back to the water because they're classed as anomalous pest species, especially in Australia. Alright, so I might gotta leave it about here. So let's measure so we can get the moment of truth. It's roughly about here will do. And the tail just standing out, but not too wide. And it looks like it's about 45. So that's not a bad size. And it's only just an ideal size for eating. So, well, then you can still eat smaller ones, but it'll be a bit more trickier or harder to cut out or pick out the bones. So because the bones would be a bit smaller, and yeah, it'll be a bit of pain in the box. But I guess you still gotta do what you gotta do. Think about here, but it should be fine. Alright, so let's take a quick measure. Alright, here we go. Now that should be good. So now, let's get those baited up and then throw them back out, because there's no time to lose. Alright, looks like I've got something on that line here, but I need to cast this out first. So So, so that way I could get to that. Well, it's so the line there is waiting for the carp to bite, so if I don't cast this one out, I won't have any chances of catching more fish. So yeah, I might oh, where can I? Yeah, I might as well cast it like where I did before. Alright, just like that. But I didn't want to get too close to there. But otherwise, I think that is a good spot. And otherwise, I'm in for a better chance. Probably won't even put the free spool on because that was a bit close to the snag, so about there, but it should be fine. Alright. So I might gotta check this one. Here we go. And I still haven't done that one yet, so I'm in the middle of this. So yeah, the pop-up ollie, it's still there. But I got an idea, but I might need to change that. I don't think they seem to want that big poly, but just something a bit smaller but fancy. So I might got it to grab one of the corns wherever I put it. Here we are. There's one of these corns, so but I got them organised, so and same thing on these sort of stuff, so but I'm not sure these ones will work on there, but I wouldn't want to put a pre-drilled hole, but I just made my own hole to make it a bit harder for them to suck it off. So I'm going to turn this camera off and get that rigged up. And these are what the brand they are. And these are corn center, but I've got several of them prepared and organised, so I'll turn this camera off now. Alright, now I got it rigged up. And still same thing, just 2 tiger worms and with corn center pop-up ollie, but slightly smaller again, so hopefully this will be a little bit more fancy and manageable. So I might just go to cast it out like where I did before, but just a little bit further, but probably next to that one, but not too close, so otherwise they can tangle up to each other. Yeah, and those ledge cores seem to work really well, so... And probably can have a free spool on, because it's not directly close to that snag there, so... So I should be alright. Alright. I'll put it on. Alright. So hopefully that should be in a good place now. But not very far, but a great spot. So, yeah. Otherwise, I can always keep changing some of the spots or the baits. So that will also increase the chance of a hookup. So that's what I gotta do. I might as well to get myself a bit of breakfast or a coffee while I'm waiting for a bite. So I gotta turn the camera off. Alright, something going on the red one, which is just over there. And it's just a little bird tuck, so or it could be just just nibbling at it. But again, I'm not sure, but we're going to be in a bit of luck yet. Other than we got one, but I was hoping to have a couple more at least, including the bigger one. But yeah, again, better not to leave any mess here, and make sure that we don't touch anything around here, because this is a private property. So well, the main thing is that you can't even camp here, but you can, I'm pretty sure you can fish here. So or then if you're going to camp, got to go to camping and regulation place, which is probably down over there somewhere, a bit further from here, and then pay roughly 20 odd bucks. Oh, excuse me. And you can actually camp over there, and I guess you probably can on that side, but you can't this side. So nah, I don't know what hell that was. Yeah. But again, I've changed some pop-up polys to slightly smaller, but the corn stems. But I'm really hoping I can actually get that carp back. So, well, one is better than nothing anyway. So anyway, we're going to leave that for a bit longer. And then we'll hope we will get a bite from there. Whoa, looks like something's on here. So yeah, I just didn't realise there's something on. Oh, they got off. Oh, it's too much. Yeah, just about to move to another spot and look at what I had. And then then he got off. Well, these still work really well, so I can't see what's wrong with that one. But I just gotta check, make sure everything's okay. But never mind. We might as well stay a little bit longer. Then I was thinking about to move just over there, but where all those trees are, where it's a bit real snaggy, and that is why I have a shorter length of ledge cord here. What's necessary. But the hook link here is got to be pretty long, like 60 centimeters or longer, especially for larger carps with these rigs, so the bait will present properly. So I've got to get all those well, at least the bait unpacked, then we'll think about it from there. Alright, now I've got this re-baiting up. So I might go to cast it the same way as I did before. Right, that should be alright. Put it back in the holder. Now we got to clip that back on. Alright. So now I might sort of check that one the other right, because I don't think we'd be having much luck with that one. So I might as well turn this camera off and save a bit of time. Okay, now we just moved to another spot, which is just here. So okay, so now we just moved to another spot. And yeah, my battery is going pretty low, so I've changed to another battery. So I did another bait than the hook I did before. But I've accidentally lost one because it broke off from the tip somehow. So I don't know why, but and I don't know if I'll be able to get it back when I finished for the day. But perhaps one should be okay. So I wouldn't want to lose another one. So, but I got the green one, was ride number 1, near that tree stump, and ride number 2 is the red one, towards that route, like in the middle there. Because I'm not quite sure about if we would be able to get any more fish, so we might have to just wait and see and what happens from there. Okay, so now I've gone to another spot. It was a bit closer for where I was before, but different, but quite snaggy, and looks a bit weedy over there. So I'm thinking that might be the best spot to put the bait, because carps loves to be around the weeds they're feeding. So I've got to get another one baited up, but I've already rigged up the red one just over there somewhere, but not too far. So just got to get that one done, and then hopefully we can cast it there. I just got something on there. Oh, missed him. Just missed him. And these worms are still there, so that's a good sign. And I'm back to this spot again, so but a bit further along here, so I can cast it that way or back that way. So I gotta put some putty back onto that thing there to add a bit of weight to it, and improves a self-hooking. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, looks like I got something on there now, so just backing up a little bit. So I don't want him to go right up to that tree there. Oh no, don't go near that line. Left piece of... Well, at least we got the second one, but not as big though. But it's better than nothing anyway, so that all counts. Just when I'm in the middle of getting my lunch, like pie or a pasty that's in my 12-volt oven, but then I got this, something on the line. Whoops. Oh god, looks like I got stuck there. Right, now we got it. Well, maybe I might try the braided line. Oh goodness me, he hooked it really well. Gotta put him up there somewhere and then try to rebait that up. So yeah, we might sort of change it to weedy green braided line. So I'm going to show you, but what I mean, if I can get this thing undone. Here we go. Now I can save that so I can put in the recorder a bit later. And now I've got some braided hook links already set up in there. And yeah, I'm basically pretty much well organised now for carp fishing. And there it is there. So which one would I go for? I might go for the longer one, so because I think they might need a bit longer, but sort of a hook length. So and it looks like there's a fish going on over there, but that ride is already there, so it should be already for any action. Yeah, that is roughly about 90 or 3 foot length, but the minimum for helicopter rigs, if you're going after the bigger carps, it'll be about 2 foot in length. And yeah, sometimes you might need a bit longer to get the bait to present them properly. So I've got to put it through here. Then I just loop it up. Just like that, so it's a lot easier to change the hook length as you need to. And there's anti-tangle sleeve. It's light green, so yeah, light greens are still a good colour, so no doubt you could put it through the eye of the swivel. Alright, so now you have it. So it's all set up and ready to go. Then here's my hook already off. Just hook it on to that swivel. Then put the kicker back down. So now it's all done. Put whatever bait you want on there, then off you go. I might go to put some tiger worms on at first, so hopefully it's got a better sort of priorities here. And I might go to put one more worm on. Then put that one on. Right. And then we do the same thing here again.
We have. Miss 1, 2.
Okay, so that will do. So here he is there. And I think that should be alright like that. Just to get out of the way. Close it up. Looks like I can put the putty on. That's one of the green stuff there. You can get them in brown or black, especially on temu. But I chose green because I think it's more preventative. Well, presented. I should spell it right. So that way it will look quite natural, especially in the lake or the river silk or beds. So
go a bit further, I think.
alright, so that should be good. So now I can cast it out. But I might leave it like that for now, so oh Jesus, whatever is happening here. Oh God, I got tangled. Right, here we go. So now it's ready. Go do the drag up a bit again, so it's ready for the larger ones, especially around the snags. So well, I think I might go to cast it right there. Actually, I do some side casting here. Whatever that would be better or easier, and make sure that it's not going to tangle with each other. And put the free spool on, and don't forget this, it's very important, because that will help to get a better sensitivity for these bite lines. Alright. Just gonna do it up. Do it up just a little bit more, but not too much. Otherwise, it might lift up the ledge core off the bottom, and you don't want that. So anyway, I might as well deal with that carp. And again, I'll get out of the way. So now we've got to do a quick measure and then follow. Just in case. Just in time. Just when I middle this, Nah, let's leave it a bit longer and deal with this carp. So now, back to the moment of truth. Yeah, just about 42. And yeah, still get plenty enough of feature on it with him, but I would again recommend about 45 centimeter, so it would be a bit more manageable. So let's take a picture here. Here we go. Turn that off, put it in my pocket here. So hopefully I would have enough time to deal with that carp before they has another bite. Alright folks, so now it's actually getting on in time that I need to pack up and leave, so we'll get to the weigh-in point at time. So it's basically going to be about 12 to 15 minutes of drive. So but now I'm trying something like this, so but it looks like something already had to go at it, so I'm actually going to have a pretty good chance here. So but I'm not sure that if I can make it in time, and the per quarter time, yeah, we got to get ready to go anyway. And so yeah, at least we already caught 2 carps, so that should be all for now, folks. So sorry I didn't get the time to explain that a bit more, but never know, I might be coming back here after weigh-in if I still feel up to it. But anyway folks, if you still like this video, just give a video a big thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one.